Pregame.com.
White Sox at Rangers. Who do you like and why? This is for Friday.
I like the Texas Rangers in this game. And I know Texas is one of those public teams that gets money day in and day out. So usually they're overvalued, which is, when you look at their record of 57-38, you'd think you've made more money than you did. But they're only about, if you flat bet them, you'd make about 1 unit right now betting them every day.
And it goes to show you, in baseball, it's hard. You can spot play favorites, but it's hard for a public team to exceed expectations by a great number. Because even if they do for a short period of time, you take a public team and put them on a hot streak, it's a double whammy on the favorite.
And remember, here's a team that's won 60% of their games. And we know historically the teams that win the division, the best teams in baseball, hover around that 59-60%.
So you're telling me why not to bet the Rangers.
I'm telling you why not to bet the Rangers on a daily basis.
So why bet them
but
Friday?
Why you're going to bet them Friday. And we're going to go back to what we talked about in the last video. Right now, you have to pay attention to the pitcher's workload because you got a lot of guys who built that great record early on. But now all of a sudden, they're getting into uncharted waters. And there's no better example than looking at the pitcher for the White Sox, who's probably been one of the biggest surprises in all of baseball, Sale, who's 11-3 with a 2-point-something ERA, and he's pitching even better than Peavy, who's having a career year for that team.
All right, so...
And let me tell you about this guy. He's at 117 innings, brother. Last 2 years combined, 94. Now all of a sudden, you're asking this kid to pitch 150, 160, 170 innings. I've seen that time and time again where they destroy these kids' arms. Next year, he'll come back, won't have a good year. It may take 2-3 years for them to rebound from something like this.
If I ask you to look in the camera and say, Hogan?
Brother. and look, dude, Darvish, we got a great pitcher for Texas. When I went back and looked when he pitched for Japan, this kid threw over 200 innings for the last 5 years. He's a machine, dude. If he could keep his walks down, there'd probably be no better pitcher on that staff.
So this is a recurring theme in these videos, very interesting to me, is how do you win? You win when there's a misperception. And what you're saying is the average guy's taken out, maybe it's not the newspaper anymore, but he's looking at the stats at ESPN, and he's looking at the fact that this guy's doing, so many walks, so many hits, so many runs, but he isn't realizing that there's a trend line starting because of fatigue. Now, I asked this question last time. Have we seen the statistical signs that the hitting the wall has begun?
Exactly. That's what when you look at
So
that's where current form matters. You want to take the whole season. You got to give something. You can't just ignore what happened early in the season. You do got to respect the last few games as well. But when you're looking to take advantage of concepts like that, fatigued arms, guys that haven't pitched as much as they're being asked to right now, you got to look at current form. And for Sale right now, he's not that stud he was 6, 7, 8 starts
You're seeing the trend line.
Correct.
Give us your official pick.
I'm going to go with the Texas Rangers. Best team in baseball, #1 in run differential. This team's 30-16 at home, wins 67% of their games. That means when they're at home, if you get a chance to lay anything less than 150, you're making money.
So what's the top number you actually lay here? Biggest number.
I don't like laying up to 150, but I'd go to 145 on this.
All right. Good stuff, guys. We had 3 videos. If you missed any of the early ones for Wednesday and Thursday, check pregame.tv. We'll talk to you soon.